Hey guys, so for all of you out there who've seen Superbad and maybe you've wondered what it would be like to see this same movie with a cast that is about 10 years younger, that's gonna be Good Boys. Directed by Gene Stupnitsky, sorry, and starring Jacob Tremblay, Keith Williams, and Brady Noon. This movie tells the story of three sixth graders who, after one of them losing his father's drone and somehow accidentally ending up with drugs, they have to go on this epic journey to try and fix everything so that one of them don't get grounded and he can go to his first kissing party. Good Boys. I mean, there's not much to say about this movie, guys, other than if you were uncomfortable with the idea of 12-year-olds cussing up a storm, this movie is not going to be for you. The things that worked for me in this movie is most of it, most of the humor, it lands. And it was also really nice to see Jacob Tremblay in something other than a horror movie. He usually always plays that creepy kid that shows up in movies like Before I Wake, etc. But he actually does have some solid comedic chops here. And these kids are really cute, so like I said, a lot of the jokes land and worked for me. A lot of this is pretty funny. Of course, this writes like every other kids adventure movie you see, except it's just a hard R. Like I said, if you're not comfortable with kids cussing and talking about what they think they know about sex and life, this movie is definitely not for you. I know some people, maybe more parents, are going to be uncomfortable with that. For me, it was nothing I haven't seen before, because we've seen movies like this before. And that's where this movie starts to, I should say, not suffer, but it just starts to be meh. Because at the end of the day, kids acting like adults is not something we haven't seen before. When it works, it makes you laugh. It works well. One of my favorite moments in this movie is when one of them tells Gandalf to F off. I'm just gonna leave it right there. And of course, like I said, there's a lot of funny stuff, because as kids you think you know about sex, or you think you know about adult stuff, and your definition of these things are quite off most of the time. But the stuff that the rest of this stuff is very generic. This movie is beat for beat every kids adventure movie you've ever seen. Stuff is gonna happen, they're gonna get up to shenanigans, stuff is gonna go wrong in an epic fashion, and then you move to the next scene. That's basically how this movie plays out, from scene to scene to scene. Like I said, the rated R stuff didn't bother me, but at the same time, there were moments when it felt forced. It didn't feel like these kids themselves may have been comfortable with the things they were saying and doing. So it didn't land. And this is where I'm sure these kids, I would say, with Jacob Tremblay, he's been acting for a little while now, as young as he is. I don't recognize the other two kids offhand, but they seem like solid actors. They seem like they know what they're doing. But there were moments, like, I don't know, I could feel how uncomfortable these kids were saying and doing the things they were saying and doing. And it made me cringe, Everybody else in this movie is just there as window dressing. There's nothing else with the additional cast. There's something that happens with two teenage girls, and honestly, it's just a tacked on side plot. It's supposed to work with the main plot, but they really kind of show up here and there, and they don't serve much of a purpose other than to move this story forward. So would I say go to cinemas to see Good Boys? Not really. I think this is a movie that you could simply watch at home and enjoy. It very much felt to me like one of Netflix's original movies, original comedies that they do. And they've done stuff like this well in the past. So I would say stream it if you have to. I wouldn't recommend going to the movies to see this, but it's not a bad film, and I'm giving it a 5.5 out of 10. And that's going to be it for Good Boys. There's not much to say about this movie, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It's really appreciated, guys. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, you can click on my face right over there. And for past videos, you guys know what to do. So until next time, guys. Bye-bye.